Hey everyone, this is Sophie from Physio Borealis. Today we're going to review 3 techniques to help you massaging vaginal scar tissue after birth to make sure that you're going back to intercourse with no pain and that it's much more comfortable for you. So these techniques can be done either as a prevention, so if you're apprehensive about going back to intercourse and you've had a vaginal birth, then you can start with doing these and see how it feels, or you can try and go back to intercourse, and then if it feels painful, then you can try these techniques. So first technique is the sweeping. So the sweeping is you're gonna go with a bit of lubricant with your thumb, and you're gonna insert your thumb and go from right to left and just apply some pressure as you're doing that, just to smoothen the scar tissue and mobilize those tissues over the muscles. So what we're wanting is that the skin over the muscles is doing this motion because we want to break the adhesions of that scar tissue. Okay, so do that 5 to 10 times. So one would be one back and forth, and then 2, 3. It should not feel painful. It should be feeling like a bit of discomfort or stretching. Making sure that your scar tissue is well healed before starting that. So that can look like, after 6 weeks postpartum, if you've checked with your physician or your pelvic health physio and they said, your scar tissue is well healed, then you can start these techniques. If you've had an episiotomy that may, or like a 3rd, 4th degree tear, maybe you'll need more time for healing before starting that. So just cover your bases before doing this. The second technique is called continuous stretch. So you can use your thumb, and we're gonna go and stretch at 3 different points. So the first point is at 6 o'clock. So you're going to insert your thumb and then apply a continuous pressure downward for 15 seconds to 1 minute, depending on your tolerance. So it should feel, again, like a stretch, not like pain. And then you're going to go on the right side, so in a diagonal direction. Do the same thing, 15 to 60 seconds, and then on the other side. And repeat these 2 to 3 times per area. There might be some areas that are tighter than others, so spend a little more time on those. If the thumb feels like you don't have enough reach, you can use either a vibrator or one of those dilators that I have in a dilator set here, which I will introduce later in another video. So with your vibrator, you can just insert it at the opening. You don't need to go too deep, and then apply a downward pressure for 15 to 60 seconds, and again on the sides. The third technique is the scar rolling. So again, inserting your thumb, we're going to use our finger, our index finger, on the exterior side of your vagina, and we're going to bring those tissues together and we're going to roll them. So the motion you're doing is this here. Okay, and you can do that, but you can also do some circles, clockwise, counterclockwise, and roll the tissues. That's a more aggressive technique, so I would not recommend starting with that one. But find the areas of tension and just work at rolling those tissues. And eventually the scar tissue will get much softer, less sensitive. So what we want with these techniques is not to make the scar tissue disappear, because it's not possible, but to make it softer and more flexible so it gets more comfortable with intercourse. So I hope this helps, and I'll do another video about how to use dilator kits to make more space at the opening if you feel like the vaginal opening is too tight for insertion. Thanks for watching.